What's up? John Sanderson with Limitless Soups. We do not have practice today. I'm sorry, guys. All right. I know some of you guys are bummed out and you're like, oh, dude, what are you doing? But it's teacher conferences or something like that today and Thursday. So, yeah, no practice. All right, but we do have Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week. We just had Monday yesterday. We have Wednesday coming up here tomorrow, and then Friday. But then we also have games. All right. Our game schedule will come out tomorrow. All right. So if you guys can hold out till then, we will know our game schedule for this weekend sometime tomorrow. We'll play on both days, and it'll be the President's Day tournament. I love how the tournaments historically have always been on like holidays. That's why I like the holiday tournaments, because that's how I grew up. And it's like you have, extra time in your hand because there's no like schoolwork to do and things like that. There's also like a certain like je ne sais quoi, a certain like custom around it where you know that you're gonna play on Thanksgiving, you know that you're gonna play on Christmas, you know that you're gonna play on this day. So when we get back to making our tournaments, we'll make sure that they're always on holidays. All right, because focusing on it, being serious about it, and like not having other outside distractions makes for a better tournament. All right. If you're here, check in the comment section so that I know that you're here. We got Josias and we got Mello. What up, y'all? All right, so besides the tournament stuff, let's just get to our regularly scheduled program. Again, no workout tonight, but we do have a quote of the day. We got "Believe you can." Oh yeah, and but before I get to it, just because we don't have a nice workout, that lends itself for you to go out and do your own workout without our workout getting in the way. So definitely find a gym, find your bedroom floor to do the physical workout, at least that. All right, but this is still a day to get better, if not more better. I'm not sure, most betterest, or you know what I'm talking about. But yes, and in order to do that, you must believe you can. Right? You must believe that you can improve on a daily basis, and that's when you put yourself through all the hard work. All right. We just had a kid named Noah Massif make his varsity team. Only 2 feet tall, still made it freshman year, and his dad just posted a whole bunch of stuff online saying, "I told you guys, I told you so," all this stuff. Heads up for that stuff. Please don't get too into it like that, because there will always be haters. There will be haters when you make the NBA, when you become the best player of all time. There will always be haters. All right? Don't call out your haters in public. Don't worry about it. All right? It's very, very tempting to do that because it's like that. But what I think it does, sure, it might be like a little tacky or whatever, but what I think it does is it shows where your level is. Because imagine this. Imagine if the hater said that you can't make the 5th grade team, and then you made the 5th grade team, and you were like, I told you, man, you wasted all this energy talking about I told you so. Everyone would know that you basically suck. And you would know it. And you probably want to make your middle school team. All right? So while you can be proud of your momentary accomplishments, don't be overly proud of the accomplishments, because that will be all that you will ever get. Don't overly celebrate your accomplishments. All right? You want to stay pretty darn in the middle, or mellow. I'm talking to you, Mello. All right, and just like you don't want to be too hard on yourself, you don't want to be too high on yourself. All right, stay even keel so that you can keep moving on. But you do want to keep that belief. All right, and that's where this quote of the day extends. Is if you don't have the belief, you don't think that you can actually do it, then you won't. So if you're thinking, yeah, you know what, high school might just be my top level. Well, guess what? It now is, and you probably won't even make that. You have to truly believe that you can make the NBA. And start acting like it. No NBA player, or not many at least, would be overly proud about making their varsity team in high school. It doesn't happen. All right, so start acting that way. And if you truly believe that you're going to make the NBA, you would work out a certain way. You would have a certain level of focus, a certain level of enthusiasm. You would behave a certain way if you truly believed it. I'm talking about like believed it so much that like maybe someone brought you in their time machine and they showed you video of yourself playing in the NBA in the future, and then they sent you back. And you're like, what? I made the NBA, but you were just like a role player in the NBA, okay? So you get back in time, and you're like, wait. I didn't know I was going to make the NBA. If I knew that, I would have worked way harder. What? And then you start working harder, right? That kind of belief. All right? So, quote of the day, believe you can. Believe you can. Act accordingly. First things first, you got, what is this? A poll question. A poll question. And the poll question is, what is this? Is this good acting or is this unnecessary? Is this good acting or is this unnecessary? And I'm talking about James Harden.
Right here, and here's Giannis. He catches him with that elbow across the top. And the forehead. James falls hard too when he hits the ground. Catches him with that elbow across the.
Okay, so Giannis absolutely missed him. And I have two thoughts about this, okay? I have two thoughts about this, okay? Well, so watch it. So he does not hit James Harden here. He does not hit James Harden here. Okay, but now let's imagine that he did hit James Harden. Hear me out on this, because I'm not like the biggest James Harden fan, and I'm not a fan of flopping either. Okay, if he did hit James Harden here, which he could have, his arm was really really close, right? If he did hit him, I would say to Giannis, you got to watch what you're doing, right? And Giannis would even be like, ooh, my bad, right? But because it's a near miss, we kind of put the blame on James Harden for flopping. I say you have to watch yourself. You can't put yourself into bad positions like this. So when I see this, it's like when I see people like reaching, I'm like, you shouldn't be reaching. Like, get your hand out of my cookie jar because you could steal the ball from me. And if I let you just reach all the time, I could get lucky and not have you steal the ball. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make you foul me. All right? Because if I saw that guy's arm like that, maybe not Giannis's, I would let him hit me in the face, especially if he's gonna get fouled out. All right? Would I flop? I don't know if I was that good an actor. That's pretty on the money. But you can't do those kind of things. You can't lend yourself to being in trouble like that. It's like putting your hands like this instead of straight up on defense. All right? Because it may or may not hit somebody. You can't put yourself into flinging your arms everywhere and getting these fouls, especially if you're an important player like Giannis. So I'm only looking at this from Giannis' side. This is a bad play by Giannis because he's swinging his arm everywhere like that. And it could have been a foul. Like, he didn't know he was going to barely miss him like that. All right? So I don't like the flopping, but I don't like the flailing of the arms either. And this comes from an arm flailer, but I'll do it just to attract attention from the rest when someone's holding my arm. All right? So, yeah, I don't know what I think, but what do you guys think? Poll question, is this just great acting or is this unnecessary part of the game? What do you think? Moving on. These are the workouts that we're not doing today. The forearm bank swishes. This is my number one way of getting on fire. You get close to the basket, you shoot a forearm shot, but you do a bank swish. I love this because it corrects my shot as fast as possible. The epic drill. You guys know what I think about that. It's an amazing, amazing drill for finishing around the hole. 6-spot shots. These are game time shots. Work on that stuff. Pump fake to jab, step, jumper. Another thing to work on. To 100, sprint every 10. Great drill just for getting on fire. And then clockwork passing drill. This is a great team drill in terms of like knowing how to pump fake, how to make a pass to the post, how to cut, things like that. We'll get better and better at doing that. That might be a drill that we might need to do as a team for our Vegas or Bust team right there, because we need to get our passing on point. We need to be able to pass with either hand. We need to be able to be exact. All right. If we're not going to be like great, amazing like athletes, we have to be precise. We have to be extremely efficient. We have to be almost perfect. At least that's the goal. Same with zone cutting, since so many people play in zones. Oh man. Ball and hold drill. Another one to slow down their fast breaks. I think that we've been decent at that actually. We haven't had that many fast break opportunities against us. Jump ball positioning, something as simple as that can start the game. We actually did it wrong. I'm not sure which game it was. I think it was the game with the 8th graders. Oh my God, you guys just like went to the wrong spots. No, it was the game when Trenton started with the Las Vegas or Bust team. You guys went to the wrong spots and no one said anything. We need 2 guys back. We happened to get lucky. The ball didn't get tipped for a bucket, but heads up for that stuff. And then taking the last shot, we again want to be as efficient as possible. So when we take the last shot, we're doing it for a reason so that they don't get another bucket. So when we would practice on that, our play for this is 180 180 tangent is our particular play, but other teams might have another play that they go to, another go-to. If we have a kid on fire, maybe we'll just go to that kid. Post entry plus kick out. We did a bad job of entering the ball into the post, but our posts have to be a little bit better at getting themselves open as well. But then passing the ball back out is a key thing because it keeps the defense honest, but it also keeps your teammates wanting to pass the ball back in, especially if you're getting them 3-pointers and stuff like that. All right, so that's what we're doing, or that's what we should have been doing. Let's see what we're doing for the trivia question today. And this is the same question as last week. All right, I asked it last week, and people were like, wait, I don't understand one of the words. And I was like, get a bigger vocabulary. All right, look up the word. Jeez Louise. There was some mom who heard me cuss in the pregame, and she's like, thanks for teaching my daughter new words. Her daughter was in high school. I'm like, I bet you she's heard all those words before. But I was like, I just told her. I actually overtalked her on purpose, and I was like, I wish that the kids were inspired with just regular words, but I think I need to use those words sometimes, but we are moving beyond that. But then I said, I'm sure that your daughter has inspired you to raise your voice to her. She's like, no, she hasn't. My daughter's good. And her daughter looked at me and said, yes, I'm a good girl. I said, wait, so you're not ever ornery? And she goes, no, I am ornery. And her dad said, no, you're not. And her mom's like, what? I was like, no. I said, she doesn't know what the word ornery means. Her dad's like, yeah, ornery means this. And then I was like, yeah, it's like being like a brat. She's like, oh. And I didn't say this, but I should have. I should have said, you're lucky that I was teaching your daughter new words. It looks like she needs to know more new words, but I didn't say that. Oh, I should have. All right. But yes, kids don't know words. We as teachers are failing you guys, and I apologize. So when you see this word in this trivia question, please, just look it up, guys. Just look it up. You have the entire freaking world at the palm of your hands, literally in a phone. So just look it up, please. Anyway, the question is, which slam dunk champ is missing an appendage? An appendage. The appendage word is the hard word. I'm sorry to use hard words like that. But yes, which slam dunk champ is missing an appendage? That's the word. As I eat my gummy bears and my gummy worms. Why are the gummy worms bigger than the gummy bears? In my mind, a bear is way bigger than a worm. I don't know. That's the answer. Okay. So the answer is Gerald Green. All right, slam dunk champ, put a freaking cupcake on top of the on top of the backboard. He lit the cupcake. He put a candle on the cupcake and lit it. Jumped up to dunk it. Blew the candle out as he was dunking the ball, and only got a 9. All right, the judges were crazy. Even the crowd didn't really scream until they showed it in slow motion, and it was crazy. But with that said, he's missing an appendage. The appendage that he's missing, appendages are limbs, folks. All right, he's missing, nope, not that one. Let's see this thing. We're not talking about that guy yet. We're talking about, where's my man? Let's see where he is. Let's see, not that. We're talking about this one right here. He's missing a finger. What in the heck is this? Can I blow this up real quick? Let me see this thing right here. Nope.
How can I draw?
That's a video. No, I need to see a picture of this thing. Let me see this. So yeah, here goes a picture, right there. The Gerald Green missing a finger picture. All right, and I think he lost his finger while he was dunking. I think as like a kid, he put like a basketball hoop on like a doorway or something like that, and then tried dunking and then like ripped his finger off. And he's more than made up for it though. With 9 fingers, he had an amazing career, slam dunk champion, but crazy, an appendage. He's missing a finger. Still made the NBA. People need to give him more props, man. So anyways, great job. to Josias for getting that correct. Let's come back right after these messages.
Imagine a mountain. Imagine at the top of the mountain there's a bag full of money. Imagine climbing that mountain to reach your dreams. Now imagine your dreams are at the top of that mountain in the form of a bag full of money. That's how it is to work for a goal with all your heart. But we don't know how much money's in that bag. It may be thousands of dollars. It might be $1. It may be $1 million. And I believe that's why people don't climb that mountain. They don't know if their efforts will be worth it or if they'll be in vain. So only some of us climb and only some of us make it to our peak. And when we get there, when we open up that bag to find out how much money was in our full potential, we may be saddened to only find a few dollars. And we may hear laughter from all of our friends who refuse to climb the mountain, looking at us like they did the right thing by not trying their hardest. They might have had the million, they might have had thousands, but now they'll never know. And at least you know, at least you took the chance. What I want you to do is look down that mountain because you didn't waste that time. Open up your arms and enjoy the view.
All right. What a powerful commercial that is. With that voiceover, is so nice. Dude, who was that? Anyways, yes. That kind of echoes the thing that I was saying earlier, man. You gotta block out the haters because the haters are usually the people on the couch. They don't want to work hard. And some of them, sadly, could have made the NBA if they had your effort. And that's how lame they are. So put forth the effort and you will be the king of the mountain whether you make it or not. Trust me. It's just that life doesn't seem that way because you're young and you're surrounded by idiots. In real life, effort means so much. And it's just that right now in your little kid lives, they only care about results. Don't think like that. Trust me. All right. Moving on. What do we have here? We got, is it easier to jump higher when you're taller? All right. This is Wembanyama's vertical jump is 40 inches. Right. As a tall person, I don't think so. I think it's harder to jump higher when you're taller. I think because you have more limbs to move. But let's see what this guy has to say about this. All right. Let me turn that volume up real quick.
Questions I get most often is, how does height play a role in affecting your ability to jump, right? Does being taller make it easier, make it harder? Well, in part both. I think from a length standpoint, much easier to create torque mechanically. However, taller you are, the longer your joint segments, the harder it is to gain relative strength and power. So there's a bit of diminishing return. Here's Wemby performing a jump. We're going to take a look at some mechanical positions here and behaviors through the jump. Let's pay attention to how it feels. Pretty bouncy overall, right? He's got these kind of precursor elastic strides that he's doing into that push through finishing on a windmill. Love the kind of mid-flight mechanics here. Now, the bounce does roll him through this left foot contact a little early, which means he's losing some of the ability to accelerate off of this foot through the penultimate stride. So we could look to obviously increase some efficiency there through takeoff. I don't mind this at all. Some great behaviors, good positions. We hit that stack position pretty early, right? We got that right.
I love that breakdown. That was pretty cool because, look, he's talking about all the intricate details of just jumping in general. Now, mostly we know these things. Mostly, we can figure these things out just as a human being. All right, where of course you just start jumping and then your body just figures it out. Your body just knows to put your arms back and go forward. But those of us who can't jump, we're not probably none of us are doing it perfectly. Okay, all right. But what you have to understand is this: you have to understand that if you are an imperfect jumper, that's amazing. That's a great thing because doing it more perfectly will make you jump higher. All right, think about that. However high you're jumping right now, or how fast you're running, or how well you're shooting, or whatever, you're doing it in an imperfect way. So when you watch things like this, look at which steps they take. Look at where his arms are as he takes his next step. I think this jump is pretty close to perfect, as the guy pointed out. Wemby's probably working with some people as well. Or he just figured it out growing up. But if you see someone really, really jump high, chances are they were either told or they figured it out well enough. So it would probably stand best to copy off them. So look how they're doing it. Look where he's stepping. Look where his arms are as he's stepping. Look where his arms are when his feet to come together. Look at the timing of the jump. Look what he does afterwards. If you copy these things, you'll be better. So you have to actually work on these things because some people don't do it naturally. So I think that this is what this video best says, and it's a great video. If you're looking for it, it's Jump Guy Tyler. Jump Guy Tyler. Jump Guy Tyler, all one word. Jump Guy Tyler. And and then he's talking about Wembanyama. But yeah, look at any video from someone who's an amazing jumper, and you'll probably learn a lot from them. Let's move on. Okay, we got the homework. Yeah, what you do? Not what you say you'll do. All right, who's been posting? What have you been posting? We got Luke, we got Trujillo, we got Mendoza, we got Caden, we got Masseth, we got Sandoval. Oh, we got Adrian. We got a whole bunch of people. We got ankle breaker crossovers by Caden. We got Jay. Oh, we got posts coming today. That's what I'm talking about. Good job, you guys. All right, keep that up. Keep that up. That's the only way that we're gonna improve. Okay. All right. Let's see some behind the scenes work. I don't remember what this was, but it's Pods. Is that? Oh, that's like his nickname, Pods. All right, I think his name's like Podgers Flasky or something like that. Let's see what he's doing and why I added it to our list. Okay, he's just shooting. Looks like he's shooting around before or after the game. I can't tell. Oh, I remember. I do recall. I do recall what happened here. All right, so this is after a basketball game in which he did not do well. And he struggled, and he gets out there trying to shoot some extra shots, and he falls on his butt, and there's cameras on it, and he just can't do anything right today. You will have these days. You will have these days. You have to just fight through them. And what I like to say is, when it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours, and you just have to make it through, okay? All right, because I don't think that this is like God looking down at you saying, I'm going to make your life hard right now. I think what it is that our negativity kind of just has like a rippling effect. Whether it's how we're acting, we're not focusing as well, so other stuff happens bad, or perhaps we aren't smiling, let's say, and the people around us are less likely to smile, and then that makes them act different, and then it makes other things bad happen. Or, I mean, just that's how life is sometimes, because when you have a zillion things happening to you in a day or every single month or whatever, some of those things are bound to be back to back bad things. Just like you can have some back to back good things as well. All right, but when this happens, what you have to do is just persevere. He falls, just get back up. It's funny, it's neat, but I like the fact that he was out there after the game going, no, I played bad, I'm gonna keep working on things. That's not the start of it. That's the good part. And he could have stayed down right there, but I'm sure he got back up and he kept going. All right, so make sure that in life you always perpetually get back up. So that's why I'm showing this. It's not to laugh at this guy. It's to show you that bad things can happen on top of bad all the time. All right, if you start if you're sick, you're probably gonna hurt your ankle too. All right, yeah, these things happen, and then right after that, your girlfriend's will break up with you. It happens. All right, life is just like that. But I assure you that it'll come back up. It'll swing back up because life's a roller coaster, and what's a roller coaster without the highs as well as the lows? All right, so get through these times and show me how strong that you can be. Let's check out the story of the day.
You were born to be a player. You were meant to be here. This moment is yours.
Do you believe in fate? Well, you were born to be a player. You were meant to be here. All right? You were born to be a player. You were meant to be here. You were born for this. All right? And like what I said in the beginning where you must believe, it's something like that. All right? And I love telling stories. All right? But I was driving my car one time. Actually, this happened twice. Crazy enough. And my car spun out. Yes, both in high school, because high school drivers are crazy. But I don't think that this first one was my fault. However, my car was spinning out, and both times actually, I was extremely calm. I get anxiety from just talking to people. I don't like that. That's like when I stutter. It's like when I'm like nervous. All right. But when my car was spinning out, or at the end of basketball games, or like when I give like speeches in front of like 1,000 people, I get really, really calm. And it's like, it's time to be clutch. It's like, it's time to stop fooling around. I have no time for anxiety. I have no time to stutter. I have no time to do like all this stuff. No, it is time to save someone's life right now. It's time to save my own life. There's no time for this stuff. That's how I feel in my mind. There's no time to be nervous in basketball games. I have to win right now. This matters more than my anxiety, right? And I get like this, and I start to think in life as I thought during that car spin out moment. That's why I was made. That's why I was built that way. I was built to be in a house fire or something like that. Knock on wood. So that I can save people. All right? That's why I was made. And you have to believe that there's a reason that you were made. And perhaps I was put on this earth to play basketball as well, or to teach you guys basketball, or whatever it may be. And you have to believe that with all your heart. All right? And that's why the thing says you were born to be a player. You were meant to be here. The moment is yours. If you believe that, you're placed to be here, and like this is your spot, you will do a lot better. All right? So whether it's true or not, believing that will have you do better. Believing that you got this. Believing that like you are meant to be here. You're placed here for like reasons unknown, uncharted reasons that only like God can know. That's why you're here. If you think that way, you will be better at basketball. You will be better at whatever you happen to be doing. You will feel like you belong. You won't have to worry about external confidence being placed into you, because you have this internal confidence in your mind, because it's fate. It's like unavoidable fate. Like you're just going to do this. But you must still work hard, of course. I'm not saying that you don't have to work, but I'm saying that you know that the work will pay off. And when it doesn't, because it may not, whatever, all right, all that work will pay off somewhere, somehow. You can trust me on that, all right? And if you go to your grave and it never panned out for you, and you worked your hardest and nothing ever good happened in your life, you can look at me and be like, you were wrong, John. But no one's ever said that, all right? No one's ever worked their hardest and afterwards regretted it, all right? So do that stuff, please, all right? Our last little bit of NBA action. This is a funny thing, but it's not. This is a product review. I've done one before on SGA. Is he a good basketball player? Is he a great basketball player? Does he deserve the MVP recognition? Well, this is a highlight reel of SGA right here. This is SGA's highlight reel as done by a fan. All right. Now, I won't tell you what they're a fan of. All right. But they are a fan of the NBA. And let's watch his highlight reel real quick. Okay, wait, I have to make sure that the music's not playing, but here we go. This is his highlight reel as put out there by an anonymous source. I don't know who. They have him shooting a whole bunch of free throws for his highlight reel. That is cold-blooded. They're saying he's a foul merchant. I don't think it's quite like that. Okay, so if it's so easy to get fouls when they've changed these rules, right? They stopped Trae Young from jumping into people and things like that. They stopped Chris Paul from swinging his arms. And this guy's still able to get to the line. Why aren't other people doing it? Why isn't everyone doing it if it's so easy? I saw a play where, like, dude, he was shooting a shot and the guy's hand was there. He hits the guy's hand with his non-shooting hand, then puts his hand on the ball and then shoots it and got a foul from it. It's an amazing thing. I'm not advocating that you practice that stuff, but he's very crafty to get to the line so often. But even without free throws, let's just say that, okay, every time that you get fouled, you just take it out of bounds, okay? Would he still be good? Yes, he's amazing, all right? Just because he, like, lures you into not guarding him because you can't get anywhere near him, it doesn't take away from how amazing he is. So while I don't love the foul merchant stuff, and this is a very funny highlight reel, I do think he has a lot of merit as a basketball player. I've watched him a little bit more lately, so my product review for SGA is he's definitely a top 10 player. Does he deserve the MVP? Not quite sure about that, but his team is winning a heck of a lot of games, and drawing fouls is part of that game. So Your product review can be whatever you want it to be, but I got to tell you, man, he's a pretty good player. Let's finish it up with the quote of the day again. All right, it's believe you can. All right, don't underestimate the power of belief. Okay, you guys go out there, work your butts off. I'll see you guys soon. Remember, no practice tonight, no practice on Thursday, and we'll have game schedules out by tomorrow. All right, we got 4th grade team and an 8th grade team signed up, so make sure you guys sign up fast because we will have a ton of players adding themselves to that list very, very fast. So sign up fast. I'll see you guys soon, man. Peace out.